Chenna, I saw a video of you and Byron talking talking to some Washington fans. Here's my question for you, because I was wondering it in the moment. When you were asking, how much did you spend on those tickets? Did the fans, the Washington fans you were talking, did they laugh?
Yeah, he laughed.
Okay.
He was a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
So they just laughed it off.
I'm glad that they had.
He was a good spirit, though. I like that guy.
I felt like you guys were getting along. I was like, I'm kind of liking the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, this is a friendly little encounter here.
Yeah.
A fantastic Sunday night football win, though. What was the energy like on the sideline?
It was great. You know, when we saw the offense rolling like that, and we was getting all those takeaways and stops, you know, morale was high.
Uchenna, 5-game sack streak going right now.
Yeah.
Is that, I was going to look up your game logs, but is that the longest streak you've had?
Yeah, I think that might be the longest streak. I've had a couple of games where I have 2 sacks, you know, back-to-back 2 sacks, but like a sack a game for 5 straight, I ain't had that before.
Yeah. What's working for you?
My teammates, really. Just guys like, you know, Leo, Murph, D-Law, Jay Reed, like those interior pressure guys. You know, they're causing the quarterback to step back and not step up, so I can be able to just come around the corner and make those plays.
Man, I love watching you guys make plays. The thing that impressed me the most on Sunday is, like, everybody was doing their job. Yeah. Like, when you have to take on a pulling guard and set that edge, you set that edge, didn't take the bait. If Imawari was coming off the edge and chasing it down, he was chasing it down. It seemed like the most efficient game that this defense has played so far. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I would agree. You know, other than the Saints game, I feel like, you know, these 2 games we were able to, you know, really put our stamp on there in terms of execution. And, you know, guys are, you know, learning the game plan. You know, it's a simple but very effective game plan that Mike's putting together for us to go out there and play fast. So, you know, it's all working. It's all coming together.
How much do you actually interact with McDonald on the sideline? Is he mostly like, maybe he'll mention 1 or 2 things, otherwise he's pretty busy, talk to AD, or does he kind of get in your guys' ear ever?
Nah, only when we, like, you know, need to, like,
Sure.
you know, tighten up. But other than that, you know, he lets his coaches do a good job. You know, AD and CP upstairs and Coach Hines, you know, they do a good job. K. Scott, you know, they do a good job, you know, telling us what we need to learn, what we need to correct and fix. So he leaves it up to them. He's busy.
He got some things to do.
Yeah.
I was talking to Brandon Peely yesterday, and he was saying that room, I'm kind of fascinated by that room. You guys have a bunch of veterans there, a bunch of double-digit, you know, career guys. That's got to be, he called it, he said you guys are the tip of the spear.
Yeah.
I love that. Tell us about that environment in that D-line room.
Yeah, it's a great D-line room. You know, like you said, it's a mix of a lot of guys with a lot of experience, a lot of rookies in there as well, and, you know, guys with no egos. You know, that's really the most important part is we all have different personalities, so we're all in there laughing at each other, making jokes. You know, coaches is in there with us, vibing with us too. So, you know, that's what's keeping us, you know, doing what we're doing on that field is we're loose and focused. Guys are having fun. Guys are able to communicate, have those tough conversations, but still, you know, work together and, you know, find a way to make it work. So,
Man, I miss the communication on the football field. Like, people don't understand that, yeah, y'all are focused, you're getting after it, but there's this in-between moments that you share with a teammate or an opposition that I just miss. And the one I thought about was when Ernest goes down, then Tyrese comes in. Did he have the green dot? Was he calling the plays or was Drake calling the plays?
I believe it was Drake.
It was Drake calling the plays.
Yeah.
And I automatically thought if I'm on the defense, I'm poking fun at Drake every once in a while, you know, just kind of keep him loose. Or, you know, maybe he makes the calls different or something. I don't know. What's it like when that communication changed from Ernest calling it to Drake calling it?
Man, Drake, man, he's come a long way, man. He's really worked his butt off to get to where he is right now, and that's just a credit to him and his focus, man. Drake is like, he's so smart on the field. So when he's like another EJ, you know, like when he knows the playbook, he knows what Mike's thinking. So like naturally, so like when EJ went down and Drake stepped right in, you know, and Tyrese came in, it was nothing. You know, it was like we didn't skip a beat. Drake got the communication in and out. T Knight was able to relay it to everybody that couldn't hear, and you know, we had one of our best games of the year.
Yep.
Who's the rowdiest or loudest on the sideline, and who's the most serious?
On the sideline?
Yeah.
I'll probably say D Hall, man. D Hall got that personality you can't miss. And probably the most quiet, probably B Murph, man. B Murph's still that quiet assassin, man. He's still young, second year in the league, still growing, so naturally he's just gonna be more quieter.
Yeah.
Yep. I asked you one time a couple of years ago do you hate quarterbacks? And you're like, come on, man, I don't hate them. But it looks like you and Derek Hall hate pulling guards.
Oh,
yeah, you guys are destroying those dudes.
Pulling guards and tight ends, man. We don't know. Especially tight ends, man. They called the tight end last week the best blocking tight end in the league, man.
Who hurts?
Go turn on the tape, man. No, Bates.
Bates, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, go turn on the tape to his.
Yeah.
See what we did to him.
Yeah. Seems like you guys make it personal a little
Oh, yeah,
bit.
it's personal.
Yeah.
It's definitely personal.
Man, you look healthy as heck, man. You doing anything different this year?
Man, I'm doing what I've been doing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 2 seasons, I just had some freak injuries, you know. But
Bad luck.
Bad luck, you know. So I just been doing what I've been doing that got me to this point, you know, and now I'm out there doing what I've been doing, you know. So just staying true to myself and what got me to this point. Nothing new.
Your opponent this year had a quarterback change. They already had Jacoby Brissett starting that game against the Cowboys. When you guys are prepping for a game like this, does it make it any different facing a slightly different quarterback than you did the first time around? Or
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In terms of the defensive front,
Yeah.
you know Kyler Murray, he's more of a quicker quarterback. You know, he likes to escape the pocket a lot more. So you kind of got to be cautious with that. And with dealing with Jacoby Brissett, he's a great pocket passer. He operates well in the pocket. So we have to make things more uncomfortable for him. Try to get up in his face more, you know, try to just make things uncomfortable for him. So from a defensive standpoint, we kind of practice a little differently, but
Yeah.
not too much. We still stay true to our rules, but try to get after the quarterback a little more.
I was joking with you a couple of weeks ago after the Arizona game that I was like, you're a UCLA guy, right?
Oh, man, I can't.
Don't do that to him.
I was just teasing because I told you I was pissed at USC because they never recruited me.
UCLA never
And you
recruited
said
me.
UCLA never recruited
Yeah,
me.
we both pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, is it on?
yeah, well, we just had to get that off his chest.
Yeah, I just had to bring it up.
Oh, man, how do you think this defense has grown the most from week 1 to now?
I feel like just the way we've just like believed in the scheme and trusted each other more. Like this is second year in our, you know, the defense. Last year, new head coach, knew everything, so we kind of learning. But now, like we know it cold. We know what type of guys we got. We just know like nobody can just deserves to be on the field with us. That's the kind of mentality we got going into every week. Is there nobody on their offense is better than anybody we got on their defense. Defense from their offensive line to their receivers to their running back. You know, so every time we step on that field, we make it a challenge. Like these boys don't deserve to be on the field with us, so we're gonna go out and crush them hard.
Let me one in before we go. I was going to let you go here in a couple minutes. Obviously, it's our job to keep up with what's going on and what moves are being made. So as soon as something goes down, we're texting each other, trying to figure out how this person fits. How did you find out about the Rashid trade, and just what do you think he brings to the squad?
Yeah, I found out how everybody else found out, you know, online. And he brings definitely that deep threat, that speed, that be able to open up the running game, I believe, a lot more. The deep ball with Sam, you know, Sam throws a nice deep ball. So, you know, he brings a lot. And I'm excited to see him out there working with, you know, Jax and, you know, learn from Coop and fit into our receiving core. I think like he's going to fit in really well with our scheme. So I'm excited to have him on the team and can't wait to see what he does.
We always talk about, now this is mostly something we were doing with the baseball season, but like the message that it sends to, in this case, a clubhouse when they acquire someone. Is it kind of the same in football where it's like by your team being like, no, we went out and got this guy because we think we can get this done? Does it send a message? Is that something that you guys feel?
Absolutely. It sends a message, not just to us, but to the rest of the league that,
Yeah.
you know, we trying to win now. You know, we trying to go for it now. We feel like we got the pieces. We got the coaches. We got the players. And when we make moves like this, that just shows you that our foot's on the gas and we think we got a real shot.
We were just talking about how most players don't know who they play the next week. Now, you might know just because, you know, going back to LA. Do you know who we play the next week after this one?
I try to go week by week.
Yeah.
But you said LA, so I'm assuming it's the Rams.
So you didn't know.
I didn't know. No, I don't.
Okay.
I go
What?
week by week.
Yeah.
See, I obviously didn't play, so for me, I'm like, you guys are kidding, right?
No, I was like when I talk to players, 80%, and I was that way. I don't know if you
No,
were.
I looked at the schedule when it was released, and then that's it.
Yeah, then that's
Yeah.
it. So you really do take it. I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but it's real, right?
Yeah.
It's real.
Well, see, that's why you guys are players. And meanwhile, I'm over here going, like, written it down in my planner. I can tell you who you've got the next 6 weeks. But it's good that you don't know that. It's
Yeah.
good. Uchenna Nwosu, kind enough to join us for the huddle. Uchenna, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, don't go anywhere.